Hello lovelies, welcome to a very special review. This is a review of the Tarot of the Divine Masculine. And when I say review, I mean kind of an initial impression. This was given gratefully, very appreciatively given by the creators of this. And I don't want to butcher the names, but it's Vasich or Vasich and Vasich. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if I murdered your names there. But I originally got some, I think it was a year or two ago, sample cards, and then they redid the deck, basically according to some feedback that they received from people. But this is a tarot deck dedicated to the masculine energies. So no matter how you identify, this could, kind of bring in this kind of masculine energy into your life, help you with readings dealing with masculine energy. If you work with cards, it could give you an idea as to how they are working with you as well. But this is a beautiful box to start with. This is really, really gorgeous. It's here and here. So I will do a brief flip through in a moment, and my first impressions of that. I've opened it to, get the things off the cards and stuff, but I haven't actually looked all the way through. And this is the book that you receive. It can't even fit it on the screen. It's a gorgeous full colour. It's not your normal little white book. It's got all this wonderful imagery in here, all the signs, and for instance, here's an example, Hierophant. I believe one of the creators did every single illustration in here, and then it has a beautiful description on this side. Let me just see if I can pull this back slightly and move this a little bit so you can see. So this is a massive book. This is like proper, even bigger than a novel. We have the lovers here, the Chariot, and then the expression here. Okay, and then Ten of Pentacles. I mean, this is great to see the cards, especially if you're getting to know them. It's very good to get to see the cards in bigger detail, with more aspects. If you're journaling, like one a day with them. Have a look. Yeah, and it just gives you a brief, if you're not like au fait with it, it gives you the brief overview of everything here. Let me just have a look at the back. Okay, so there's just a brief introduction of the major arcana and everything, and then it literally goes into the cards. So, but this is such a beautiful and well thought out book. It's really nice. It is really nice. I know it's an understatement, but here we go. So I think if you did just want the little white book, you have got it here. But I think it would be very, very good to actually get, and look at this box. Isn't it lovely? Don't know whether you can see it all because the light in here is not that good. But it's a magnetic box. Like that. Okay. So they got a thank you to the patrons here. Okay, and this is the back of the cards. So they are reversible. Alright. Look at that. Isn't that a lovely imagery? Four of Pentacles. Just relaxed. And it does give off, it's not like hugely bright all the way through, but it's very classic, I think, within its artistry. So if you're not a fan of the computer generated models or anything like that, this is definitely something that I think that you may appreciate. The cardstock is thick as well. It's matte, but it's also quite smooth. So if you're not a fan of like thin bendy papers and stuff like that, this is definitely a good stock here. The Magician, I love this one actually. He's just having a good old time with his cauldron. This was one of my favourites. This is very ethereal, so it has the kind of feminine edge of the masculine here, which I always like. And then we only have Protector, which is kind of like the Empress, but obviously interpreted in a more masculine way. And I just love that he is actually feeding nature and he's nurturing the Emperor. Well, typical Emperor depiction there. Then we've seen the Hierophant in the bigger cards, the Lovers as well. Like I say, I haven't actually used these, so these will not be reviewed until I've used them a few times. I'm thinking of using them in kind of like a masculine or, you know, reading the masculine in a love relationship reading, seeing where they're coming from, that kind of thing. So much effort has been taken into every single detail, every single brushstroke of these pictures. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, the Hermit. Yeah, I could see myself hermiting there, you know? It's just beautiful. Wheel of Fortune, yep. Justice, this is interesting as well. And then we have the Hanged Man. Death. Now there is some sort of allusion to nudity in a few of these, so if you're not particularly, you know, liking that, then I would, speaking of, if you're not a fan of that, then I probably think that you wouldn't be a fan of the cards necessarily, but you know, it's a human body. There's nothing really to be sniffed at here. It's just a depiction of the human body. Moon. Like, what have you got against butts, you know? And then we have the Sun. Sorry, I couldn't read that for a second. Judgment. And then the World. And then I'm not going to go all through the rest of these because that would take a while, but you know, I love that. Keeper of Wands, that's so cute. But it's just really, I like that as well. It's just a really original, to me, depiction. Like, that to me is definitely Four of Swords. I can read that straight away. Like the energies from that. But I do feel it's important to, you know, have different decks that focus on different things. I mean, myself personally, I am a collector. I don't just have one deck that I read from, and I ask the cards, like, who wants to work with me today? This is definitely something that I'm going to be working with, because I feel like it's going to be an extra tool for something. And as soon as I get to know it a bit more, maybe in a few months, I will report back on what it's like to work with and my experience with it. So yeah. Do let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. I will drop a link as to where you can procure one of these. But yes, thank you so much to the creators for sending this to me to do this reveal and also the review eventually as well. This is a beautiful deck. I love every single card. There's some that I love more than others, obviously. But everything has been so much time and attention in here. It's been absolutely lovely to unwrap, experience, and just look at this. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching this video, and I'll speak to you guys very soon.